Help me hit 10,000 subscribers because this information I am about to share with you is something that almost no one talks about in a real and honest way. And if this message reaches more people, we can help men everywhere understand what really matters when it comes to building trust and connection with women. A lot of men out there really and truly miss what is happening right in front of them. They honestly believe that making someone feel a spark or a connection is all about how they look in the mirror, how much cash they have in their wallet, or saying just the right thing at the right time. But let me tell you something very important, my friend. It is not about any of those things. It is much simpler and much deeper than that. There is one very specific part of a woman's body that tells a whole story. If she lets you touch it, it means that something very deep and very special has already happened inside her heart and her mind. And no, it is not what you are probably thinking about right now. This is something that happens deep down inside. It is emotional. It is like a gut feeling that she might not even realize she has yet. When a woman lets you touch this specific spot, it is a huge sign. It means she has finally put her walls down. It means she is starting to trust you in a way that is hard to put into words. She is starting to see you as someone different from every other guy she has ever met in her life. If you miss this sign, you just stay as another face in the crowd. But if you understand it, everything between the two of you changes in an instant. I want to explain exactly what this spot is and why it matters so much more than anything you have ever been told by anyone before. My friend, there is one spot on a woman's body that shows you everything she is really feeling on the inside. If she lets you touch it, her mind and her heart are already yours in a very real way. I want to be very clear about one thing before we go any further. I am not talking about some silly pickup line or some weird way to act like a tough guy or anything like that. No, that is not what we are here for. What I am about to tell you will change how you see every single sign a woman gives you from now on. You can trust me on this. You will start to see things in a whole new light. This is a place run by a group of caring people who look at the quiet truths about how people connect and how attraction really works. Today we are talking about the quiet signals women give through touch and how one very special movement can show you what she is truly feeling deep down. When a woman lets you touch a certain spot on her body, it is never just a random thing. It is a very clear sign that she is letting you into her life on a much deeper level. Before you think this is just some trick, please stay with me because what I am going to show you will change how you understand signals forever. There is one area on her body that acts just like a truth detector. When she allows you to touch it, it is not just about her skin meeting your hand, it is her showing you that she feels safe enough to let go. Now, let's take a little time to really break this down together. Think of a woman's body as a group of emotional zones. Each of these zones is like a door that leads to her trust. Every touch and every move sends a message about how she really feels about you. When she opens one of these doors, it is a choice made by something much deeper than just thinking. It is an instinct. It is a gut-level feeling that tells her if you are a good person. She is asking herself deep down who you are to her. Are you a safe person to be around? Do you deserve to be close to her? The big problem is that most guys miss these signs completely. They think that touching a shoulder is just the same as touching a face. They think holding a hand is the same as playing with her hair. And because they do not see the difference, they let great chances to connect pass them by without ever knowing it. But please do not worry about that. Today, I am going to give you a full map of these zones, one by one. By the time we are done, I will show you that one special spot where, if she lets you touch it, it means something much more than she has ever said with her words. But first, I have to give you a warning. If you are looking for a way to trick someone or move them around like a puppet, please stop watching right now. That is not what this is about at all. Touch is not a trick. It is a chemical reaction. It is how our brains work. It is something we feel in our very bones. When you touch her, her brain is not just thinking about your hand. It is feeling your energy. It is feeling what you intend to do. It is feeling your emotions. Her brain is trying to see if you are a threat or if you are someone who is safe and kind. All of this happens without her even thinking about it. But studies have shown that her brain is very, very good at figuring this out. Now, let's look at the different levels, starting with the very beginning. The first level is the arms and the shoulders. People who study this call these areas neutral territory. When you touch a woman on her arms or her shoulders, It is not as close or as private as other parts of her body. But this touch is still very important. Why is that? It is because it is the very first test. It is where trust starts to grow. If she lets you touch her arms or her shoulders, it means she is giving you her permission to come into her personal space. But here is the thing you have to look for. You need to see what is happening under the surface. When your skin touches hers, her whole nervous system goes on high alert. She is not just feeling the touch, she is feeling how confident you are. She is feeling your energy and your mood. She can even feel if you are worried or unsure. Every little feeling you have travels through your skin to hers. If she feels something she does not like, or if she feels like you are not a calm and steady person, she will pull away or act differently. This is where most men get confused. They think a touch is just a touch, but for a woman, it is like a long talk without any words. It is a quiet trade of energy. Every single touch has a message. If she feels okay with you touching her arms or shoulders, it is a sign that you are starting to pass that first test. But if she pulls back or looks like she is not comfortable, it is a warning. It means you have not earned that trust yet, and you need to be careful. So, let's move on to the second level, which is the hands and the wrists. This is where real closeness starts to happen. It is not just about where you touch her, but how you do it. When you touch her hand, you are going into a much more emotional place. You are literally holding a piece of her life. You are holding her power and her control. When you hold her hand, she is giving you a way to see her feelings. The wrist is even more special because it is so soft and unprotected. When you touch her wrist, you are building a very deep bond. At this point, it is not just the physical part that matters. It is the feeling you bring with you. Does your touch feel like you know what you are doing? Does it feel honest? Or does it feel weird and shaky? The way you move your hand and how hard you press tells her a lot about who you are and if she can trust you. If you touch her hand with care and respect, you are moving into a place where you can really be close. Here is the part that is really cool. The difference between a touch that feels like magic and a touch that feels like nothing is the energy you put into it. The same spot on her arm can feel amazing with the right man and just plain with the wrong one. You are the difference. Your being there, your feelings, and your ability to make her feel safe are what matter. When you touch her hand or her wrist, she's looking for more than just skin. She's looking for the bridge between your heart and hers. She's asking, is he a safe man and can I trust him? If you are in tune with her, you will feel it and she will let you in. Now let's take another step. The third level is the waist and the lower back. This is a very deep test of instinct. She cannot see you when you touch her here. So if she leans into you and does not pull away, it is a very big sign of trust. But this is not always about being attracted to someone. It is about feeling safe. When you touch her waist or her lower back, she is checking to see if you are a person she can be herself around. She is asking herself if you can take care of her and her feelings. This level is all about being present. Are you strong enough in yourself to touch her in a way that makes her feel totally safe? Can you be gentle without trying to go too fast? If she likes you touching her there, it is a very big sign that she is letting you into her heart. Now that we have talked about arms, hands, and the back, let's go to the fourth level, which is the neck and the face. These places are very special. The neck is a place where we are all very unprotected. You can feel a person's heartbeat there. It is tied very closely to trust. Touching a woman there is not something you do just for fun. It is very primal. When she lets you touch her neck, it is her saying she is completely vulnerable with you. She is putting herself in a spot where she is exposed, but she trusts you not to hurt her. Then there is the face. Her face is who she is. It is the most personal part of her. It is how she talks to the world. When she lets you touch her face, it is a massive step. She is opening up her soul to you. You are getting closer than almost anyone else ever does. But the most important part is how she acts when you do it. If she lets you touch her neck or face, her body is giving you an answer. She is testing to see if you are the kind of man who can handle her heart with care. It is a big deal, and she does not let just anyone do it. If you are the right man, she will lean in. She will relax. She might smile. She will show you that she feels safe. But if you are not the right man, she will pull away or get stiff. Her body will tell you everything you need to know. Now let's talk about one more level, and this is the most important one of all. This is the hair. Hair is very special to women. It is a part of how they see themselves and how they show their beauty. Women often touch their own hair when they are worried or when they are feeling a spark. It is a part of them. They are very protective of it. But when a woman lets you touch her hair, she is giving you control over something she usually keeps for herself. That is a giant sign of trust. It is not just about moving your hand through it, it is about how she feels. If she leans her head into your hand or closes her eyes and smiles, that is not a choice she is thinking about. It is her body telling her that she is safe with you. It is a chemical surrender. She is letting you do something very personal. It is her way of saying she trusts you more than you might even know. But you have to understand that this does not happen in one day. You cannot force this to happen. This kind of closeness is built slowly. It happens when you show her you are a good man who respects her. It happens when you create a safe space for her. If you try to rush it, it will not work. Touching her hair is very personal. She only lets it happen when she is ready. And when she does, it is a beautiful symbol of your bond. It is her way of saying, I trust you and I want you close. So please subscribe and help us reach 10,000 subscribers so we can keep sharing this kind of real information with more people. Share this with your friends who might need to understand this. Hit the like button if this has opened your eyes to something new. When more people understand this, more men can build better relationships based on trust and respect instead of games and tricks. Let's look back at what we have learned. We looked at how touch works in different ways, from the neutral places like the arms to the very private places like the neck, the face, and especially the hair. Each zone tells a story of trust and closeness. But there is one more piece of the puzzle, and that is emotional openness. It is not just about the touch itself. It is about understanding what her body is saying and being a good man in return. If she lets you into these spaces, it is because her heart is opening up. Her walls are coming down. This leads to that final level. When she lets you touch her hair, you know her guard is gone. But remember, this is the result of all the good things you have done. You have shown her you are safe and honest. Now, you are in her most private space. This is where a lot of guys fail. They do not see the signs. They think all touch is the same. They think holding a hand is just a basic thing. But every touch has a weight and a meaning. When you can read these signs, you will know exactly where you stand with her heart. Touch is a quiet talk. It is not about games. It is about being there and being kind. When you touch her with a good heart, her body will tell you things her words cannot say. Touch is a very strong language that goes right to the heart. When a woman lets you in, it is because she trusts you. You earn that trust over time by being a good person and respecting her. Every woman is different, but once you learn this quiet language, you will have a much deeper bond with the women in your life. That bond is built on safety and respect. So the next time she lets you be close, remember it is a gift. It is her saying she trusts you, and that is a very big deal. Every woman's body shows how she is feeling. Her response to you is about how safe she feels. Your job as a man is to listen to those stories her body tells. This brings us to emotional openness. When she lets you touch her, she is letting you into her world. But she will not do that for just anyone. It takes a man who is steady and kind. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next one, where we keep talking about building real connections.